Well, I haven't made a video in a while. Don't have access to a functioning computer all that often. And it's next to impossible to respond to emails or comments posted under the video. So I'm very, very sorry for that. Something definitely is going on. It's all a good thing. Um, but there is sort of a negative thing going on too that I wanted to share. If you've been watching my channel from the very beginning, you'll see that it's sort of like a diary, and it's also at the very beginning, I knew without a doubt that I needed to work out. Part of my healing, I am on a disability. I disagree with being on a disability. There was a cause that our universal world doesn't quite understand, the causes of poverty. We all want to end poverty, but nobody wants to recognize the causes of poverty. And, you know, in order to end it, you got to understand the cause of it. And I do. Now, in order to understand all systems um, that we currently use, this matrix, in order for me to see the flaws in it, means that I also know what would work. So there's great massive opportunity for me, because if you know everything that's wrong and you know what everything that's right, there's massive um, career opportunity for me to unfold different solutions. So I am not, how can I say this, completely lost as to what my future potential could be. I know that there's a massive future potential for myself, but I'm on a welfare system. And I'm definitely a really great motivational speaker. There's no two ways around that. Um, you want to get something done, I can motivate you to make sure that you can get it done. Now, the challenge that I'm at is I need to be working out and get into better shape. That's something that I've known for a year that I've been doing this YouTube channel, but something is stopping me. And one way that I know that without a doubt I'm going to have this really successful, massive career is because my computer has broken down. It's like the universe is supporting me to go in the directions that I need to go. It's completely, how can I say it, supporting me. In order for me to focus on working out, I need this addiction to YouTube, this computer, to be stopped. And the universe responded by making my computer break down, which means I can't get on the computer very much, which means I have all of the time in the world to work out, and I know I should be working out. It's almost as if, did my computer break down just to force me to work out? Yes. That is how the universe works all the time, is when we see something negative show up in our paths, we tend to be focused on the negative and the pain and the frustration and the disappointment of this negative attraction. But for me, it is very much like this law of attraction, that when you see something appear in your life, look internally and say, okay, what's going on? Why did I attract that? So it was very easy for me to put the dots together, that inside my own head, I know that I should be working out. I know that it is the next stage of my personal healing. I needed to see that I communicate with somebody else out in the world, that there were some other loving human beings in the world. After what I went through, I needed to see that they were alive and that I could actually still communicate with other people. So that's what this year was about, doing YouTube, and I've met so many loving people on my channel. You've given me the support I needed to get to this stage, but now I'm in the next stage where I definitely have to work out, and it's involved yoga, Tai Chi, and Pilates. So because it is a very, very tricky workout that I have to find. It cannot be anything repetitive and yet still get muscles in shape so that they support joints. Um, so while my computer's broken down and while I haven't made any videos, you also should know that I've sat around and did nothing. I'm waking up and sitting and doing nothing. And I'm going to bed and it's like another day gone and I did nothing. And it's been like 2 or 3 days that I've done zippo nothing. And I'm just sitting. A lot of it has to do with this smoking addiction. And um, I know that, okay, my career will probably have to do with motivating something and or sharing information because I love talking. So, um, and about the research I've done. I don't feel like I should be able to charge any money to do something that I'm not capable of doing. So if I cannot quit one addiction, one bad negative behavior, even though I know that I should be doing it. I have all of the time in the world. I feel like I'm obligated because I get a paycheck every month that I totally disagree with. I mean, everything is telling me I need to be working out. My morals, my values, everything is telling me work out. But yet, even though I've got no computer and I've got a totally different shift in direction, I still can't do it. So that means that I'm, waking up every freaking day doing something that I don't want to do. And that's where I think it's relevant is we are all doing that. I am just aware I'm doing it, but are you aware that you should be doing one thing, but you're doing the wrong thing, and you're doing the wrong thing every day? Um, that brings me to how can I judge other people? If I can't love myself for my flaws, how can I love, understand, and have compassion for other people? So this is part of where I need my personal healing from is um, to truly, at the deepest level, really understand that even if I see people doing the wrong thing, they're locked in to the same thing that has control over me from me knowing I should be doing a workout and not doing it. You know, so if somebody treats me wrong, it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to treat me wrong. It's that they're locked into this thing that drives them to do whatever behavior they do that definitely affects other people. I know that my um, actions are affecting other people because the faster that I can work out, the faster that I can develop a career for myself, the faster I'm off a welfare system, which will definitely affect how many millions of taxpayers. So I do take this really, really, really seriously that um, I should be following through. And when I get this follow through thing, then I'll know how to talk about it. But here is the challenge. Since I've been sitting around doing nothing, I'm still getting a lot of good ideas of, okay, what would make me work out? What is stopping me? I'm doing so much reflection on, okay, what's actually stopping? What would motivate me? What would drive me to actually work out and do the right thing every day? And a lot of it is, well, if I got paid every day, then if it was a job, I would work out no problem. And I had this idea of doing a YouTube news TV type channel thing. One of them would be, a short workout every day that would inspire everybody else to want to do the same thing. If I'm doing it, you'll imitate the show that you enjoy watching. So if I can do something that is really motivational, I mean, it's something that you absolutely had to do along with the show. I mean, it have to be pretty creative, but if I was able to do something like that, I could do it. And then I'm also, every time I walk down the street, there's this massive complex for old age independent living, and there's an election going on, and one of the things is we need more medical, and it's like I'd love to walk into that building and find out what the majority of the medication is being sold and what is the cost per month of medication being used in that building. And I bet you any money it'd be $500,000 a month from one apartment complex that is being paid by what? The taxpayers. Um, so, and yet, if most of that medication isn't even needed, which would be fall into this show that I would want to do, that it is being more active. It is lifestyle. If there was a shift and a suggestion for a different type of lifestyle, um, you don't need medication. And globally, this is the whole biggest problem, is we have to get rid of our drugs, our addictions. I may be addicted to smoking, but if you want to talk to somebody that's homeless and you think that, okay, this is a problem we need to solve, is poverty and homeless and addictions, and people are on crack and alcohol, um, and drug addictions, and you want to stop that form of addiction, what is the difference between that addiction and um, an addiction to money? Part of this other idea is going into a car dealership and seeing if they would sponsor this type of show, um, with their support of not selling any more new cars, just getting into the business of selling used cars. And it is a way that they can increase their business. I'm sure business isn't as good as it used to be, but if they started to take a stand with the transportation industry and oil industry and said, until we start developing better cars that are more affordable, that are not running on oil, and we can stop all of these wars, and they just did their own protest and sold used cars, that's at least a step in the right direction for a shift. But could I get an auto dealership to give up their crack, their money, their need to sell, new cars? Or could they be involved in a shift? So this is what I'm looking at, is um, I need to be able to understand how to easily give up my addiction and do the right thing, that I know I need to be doing the right thing. Not there yet, but I'm pretty sure the universe is going to shove me right down that path. And one sign of it is my computer broke down. That gives me a really good sign that the universe is going to support me whether I like it or not. The next biggest thing is, it's scary as hell that if I ended up getting a career, a paid position, it's like sometimes your life dream is bigger than yourself, and it's so big, it's so overwhelming, and you have no idea how to walk into it, that it scares the living shit out of you. So I think that that is a lot of what we're all going through, is that we really, really want change, but we're scared as shit of what change would look like. But I think there is a massive opportunity there. I'm not giving up. I know I'm doing well. I know it's one day at a time, and it will unfold perfectly. So still love, still doing well. Visualize me doing yoga. Visualize me doing well. Nobody worry about me because that energy affects me. Peace out.